punches and numbers. My strength is counter punting. The counter punching.
Because if he a big straight left, just
Garcia gets his 20th knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to rumble!
His opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue and weighing in officially at 146.8 pounds. His professional record outstanding, 24 victories, 20 big wins by knockout, only one defeat with one no contest. Fighting out of Victorville, California, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan King Garcia!
The defending world champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing pink trunks with blue and gold trim, joining us from the beautiful city of San Antonio, Texas. He weighed in at 139 and 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 26 wins, no losses, 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making the second defense of his title, ladies and gentlemen, here is the undefeated, reigning and defending WBA super lightweight champion of the world, introducing Mario El Azteca Barrios.
Speed, power, ego, redemption. When Ryan Garcia steps through the ropes, it never feels like routine. It feels like a spectacle. Cameras flash, crowds swell, and expectation hangs thick in the air. But across from him stand a man built to spoil the show, Mario Barrios, a relentless pressure fighter forged through punishing battles and championship rounds. This is not hype versus hype. It's velocity against mass, flair against discipline, lightning against iron. Garcia's greatest weapon has always been speed, the kind that erases mistakes before opponents even realize they made one. His left hook, sudden and violent, has ended nights in a heartbeat. When he finds rhythm early, fights can unravel quickly, turning into survival missions for whoever shares the ring with him. But Barrios represents a different problem entirely. Taller at the weight, physically imposing and comfortable in grinding exchanges, he doesn't crumble under storms. He walks through them. The stylistic contrast is stark. Garcia relies on timing, space, and explosive counters. Barrios thrives on suffocation. Jabs to blind, body work to drain, forward pressure to trap. This isn't simply about who punches harder. It's about who dictates the geography of the ring. If Garcia controls distance, his speed becomes lethal. If Barrios closes it, the fight morphs into trench warfare. Yet long before the opening bell, chaos erupted far from any arena. An airport confrontation, sudden, emotional, and volatile, ignited headlines across the boxing world. What had been simmering tension suddenly boiled over when Barrios allegedly lunged forward, forcing security and entourages to intervene. Cameras caught fragments. Fans filmed the rest, and within hours the incident became mythology. This was no longer just promotion. It felt personal. Garcia responded with fiery intensity, speaking with the conviction of someone who believes destiny is within reach. He framed the clash not as competition, but as domination, insisting his training had reached another level entirely. Observers noted a shift. Less showman, more warrior. Whether bravado or genuine transformation, the effect was undeniable. Fans sensed something combustible. Analysts, meanwhile, had largely favored Garcia before the incident. His speed advantage, knockout ability, and star momentum painted a clear path to victory. On paper. But unpredictability is boxing's native language. As veteran broadcaster Adam Smith noted, unexpected moments can reshape narratives overnight. Suddenly, predictions feel fragile. Emotion enters the equation, and emotion can distort even the best game plans. Garcia himself leaned into adversity as fuel. He spoke openly about knowing how he responds when pressure mounts, insisting chaos sharpens rather than shakes him. Critics, however, remained unconvinced. Hall of Fame fighter and analyst Tim Bradley questioned whether Garcia's recent performances justified the confidence. Against a physically strong opponent like Barrios, anything less than peak execution could prove disastrous. The stakes at 147 pounds amplify everything. It's a division of giants, men comfortable absorbing punishment while delivering it back with interest. Garcia's declaration that he could hurt anyone at the weight sounded less like marketing and more like a challenge to the entire field. Other voices added perspective. Pound-for-pound star Terrence Crawford dismissed the theatrics, emphasizing that elite boxing is decided by skill, not spectacle. Promoter Frank Warren echoed a similar sentiment, warning that fights belong inside the ring, not in terminals or press rooms. Their concern wasn't moral, it was practical. Pre-fight altercations risk injuries, suspensions, and distractions that can derail months of preparation. As fight week intensified, the atmosphere thickened with speculation. Every interview, every stare down, every rumor carried weight. Fans debated endlessly. Would Garcia's speed overwhelm? Would Barrios' size grind him down? Beneath it all lingered a deeper question. Who could keep their composure when emotion collided with violence? Because in boxing, talent opens a door, but control walks through it. And on this collision course, control was already slipping.
Circumstances.
Anything to myself, I proved it to everybody else. I know what I'm going to do when adversity comes. Straight up. I know what I'm going to do. I know how I'm going to respond.
I'm here just to, settle that noise a little bit and just really show everybody that when I'm at my, best, that I could really do damage to anybody at 147. So, I'm here to make a statement. That's really what it's about. I'm here to make a statement. And
I'm going there and just fuck this man up. You don't understand. I'm going to fuck him up. You don't know what I've been training like. You don't know the vision I have. Now, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'll break this whole thing right now. That's how I'm firing. I'm strong.
Like, get some antics towards you, and it didn't get to you.
No, I just told him about himself. He know what I said, but he got to stop being a clown, Like, everybody not with the clown antics and things like that just because he want to sell a fight. It's cool to sell a fight, but...
As anticipation swelled, the narrative shifted from technique to psychology. Observers began dissecting not just how these fighters would clash physically, but how they would manage the emotional fallout of the airport incident. Veteran promoter Eddie Hearn explained that when pride and personal insult enter the equation, reactions become instinctive. Fighters are conditioned to answer disrespect, sometimes before reason can intervene. This insight cast the confrontation in a new light. Perhaps it wasn't calculated drama at all. Perhaps it was the raw edge of two competitors pushed beyond tolerance. Still, such volatility carries risk. Former champion turned analyst Johnny Nelson warned that losing emotional balance before a major bout can sabotage performance. Energy spent on anger is energy not reserved for endurance. Rumors only deepen the tension. Whispers of minor injuries, disrupted schedules, and behind-the-scenes stress circulated online, each story amplifying uncertainty. Even unconfirmed reports can shape perception, influencing betting lines and fan expectations alike. The build-up began to feel less like promotion and more like a pressure cooker. Barrios' approach remained characteristically straightforward. He projected calm determination, insisting the only statement that mattered would be delivered with punches. His path to victory was clear. Close distance, attack the body, force exchanges, make the faster man fight at a slower, harsher tempo. For him, chaos outside the ring was irrelevant. Inside, everything simplifies, move forward, break resistance. Garcia, by contrast, appeared energized by the drama. He spoke about channeling tension into focus, transforming hostility into precision. Supporters saw a fighter sharpening his edge. Skeptics saw someone skating dangerously close to overexcitement. The line between intensity and recklessness is thin, especially under bright lights. Media personality Simon Jordan framed the situation as emblematic of boxing's dual nature. The sport thrives on both discipline and spectacle. Public confrontations draw attention, sell events, and ignite debate, yet they also expose vulnerabilities. A fighter who cannot regulate emotion may abandon strategy when it matters most. Inside the ring, the hypothetical battle took vivid shape in analysts' minds. Garcia exploding forward with rapid combinations, snapping heads back with surgical counters. Barrios absorbing, adjusting, then marching behind a steady jab, digging hooks into the ribs, forcing retreats. Momentum swinging, round by round, as each man tests the other's resolve. Who breaks first? The question hovered over every preview. Boxing history suggests that composure often outweighs raw ability. Champions are defined not merely by skill, but by decision-making under duress. A single reckless exchange, a moment of lost concentration, can rewrite an entire fight. The airport clash hinted that both men were already operating near emotional limits. Yet unpredictability is precisely why the sport captivates. No algorithm can account for courage, fatigue, pain tolerance, or sudden inspiration. When the bell rings, narratives dissolve into action. For Garcia, victory would validate years of hype and confirm his place among the elite at welterweight. It would transform controversy into triumph, proving that chaos could be harnessed rather than feared. For Barrios, a win would silence doubters who see him as a supporting character in someone else's story. It would demonstrate that fundamentals, resilience, and pressure still conquer flash. Beyond personal stakes, the outcome could reshape the division's hierarchy. New challengers would emerge, new rivalries ignite, new storylines take form. Boxing never stands still. It simply transfers momentum from one bout to the next. As fight night approaches, fans sense they are witnessing more than contest. It feels like a test of identity. Speed against strength, composure against fury, promise against proof. When the final bell eventually sounds, only one narrative will remain intact.